Hello everybody, my name's Tom Perusi and I'm going to try to do a little video here, and I'm not good with this stuff. I don't have all the people FedEx has behind them to be able to put out information, so this is the only way I know how. I am not a computer guru. I'm just a worker, mechanic like all of you. And if not a mechanic, someone who works on the airplanes or is in the family of FedEx. I wanted to bring up a little bit what we're trying to do here. Okay, first, 8 years ago, 7, 8 years ago, we did a run with the Teamsters. Teamsters were involved, and to put it short, mistakes were made on our part, and I believe also on their part. You know, it was a learning curve, and I would say we basically were bought out. The Teamsters did everything they could for us. They put Mr. Hoffa came down here, we have the websites, we did everything. They could do everything they did, but in the end, politicians, lobbyists, they're bought and paid for, and there's a reason FedEx Stadium is in Washington, so I'll leave it at that. Second, so what we're trying to do here is, many of you have been here, I've been here a mechanic in Memphis for 20 years, and I have seen a great change, and I do believe that a company brings things onto themselves, and I don't know how if this is true or not, but I've heard that someone asked Mr. Smith if, you know, what his greatest disappointment in FedEx was, and that someone thought it was going to be Zap Mail or something like that, but his reply was that his people felt they needed a union. And I want to thank Mr. Smith. I mean, he's given us a great home. He's done wonders for a lot of families, and I'm not doing this because I am not thankful. I am doing this because along the way things change, and sometimes not for the better, and as many of you know, nothing has really gone our way for the better. They did just give us our jump seat back in the cockpits. But it's funny, it seems like every time we get something back, we have to sit there, and it's either because of the union drive or something to bring it to their attention. So I wrote down a few things I'm trying to, because like I said, I don't know how this is going to come out or anything, but I want to talk about our website. You know it's on here, and that July 4th we are starting our card collection. And I know many of you are worried. You know that something needs to be done, and many of you are worried of retaliation. FedEx, the reason I tried to put the video, I was given a video that showed their labor lawyer, Tom Groh, speaking about third-party representation, and I thought it was a good video. But they felt it was threatening in some way because I had posted it up to YouTube so I can put it on our website, and they took it down. They called YouTube and, you know, threatened it was FedEx, it was copyright infringement, and I didn't see copyright infringement. There was no FedEx logos, there was nothing. It was a part of a video, but you know, FedEx throws its weight around. You know, they don't want to. What are my chances? But anyway, it did say on there a lot of things that we do have rights to be able to organize. And if you feel that, as you put in there, that you're signing, it's a legally binding contract, that you're, you know, to sign a card, I know many of you are scared, and I'm sorry to say that, of retaliation. So you do believe that you need help, but you're also afraid to put your job at risk. I don't think FedEx is the type to really come out, because it'd be so obvious. So I'm still here. I mean, they know what I'm doing, and if they're going to get somebody, I'm sure they'd want to, you know, I'm sure my records have been looked at left and right. And, you know, some things are worth fighting for. He put in there that we are a grassroots organization. Basically, just it is. This is what it was. FedEx one time was a grassroots company, and he had his ups and downs. He had a fight. There were chances that he could have gone under, but he stuck with his guns and he kept going. And I believe I'm doing the same thing. We lost the battle on the first one, but I don't believe we've lost the war. So I want to explain what we're doing this time. The Teamsters have always said they'll back us, and they are busy with American Airlines and US Air and other airlines, and they are the fastest growing representative of aircraft mechanics. The problem we have is that we have never been designated class and craft. Class and craft is something that needs to be done. That's not job one right there. We have to get that designated, because until that happens, we will not know what cards we need to collect from who. Right now, we're just doing aircraft mechanics. Is it wise? Well, we have to. I would love to collect from everybody. I would love to get, and if you have people out there who aren't sure if they're going to be represented, that's the problem. We don't know who's going to be represented. FedEx is going to fight to throw everybody and their brother in our class and craft. Even though we are licensed, we sign documents that could send us to jail if an airplane crashes. We are on our own. I've already been a product of what happened when one FAA guy made a challenge on me. And I was proven by our own guys, our FAA liaison, that I did nothing wrong. And but they weren't there for me. They were there for the company. And they made it clear. So I was on my own. And nothing was really written up come of it, but I learned a lot from that. So I just want people to know that the reason we're doing this is we've got to show if there's interest. And that's just the fact of it. If you're scared and been afraid to raise your head and sign a card that you think that they're going to get their hands on, let me tell you, they are not. This is going to be, there's only two people going to be collecting this card. Me and a gentleman I work with, whose dad was a longtime Teamster, and this man has been on board. Once we collect those, what we do is we put them in alphabetical order, and we send them to the NMB. The NMB will see that and count it, get a list from FedEx if we are truly employees and stuff, and count that. As far as I know, and I will get back on this, that FedEx, I don't know if they have to see the cards, because that's why you have the National Mediation Board. They mediate between FedEx and us. Now, what we are going to need is we're going to need the Teamsters' help on fighting for who's in our class and craft. And if you're an aircraft mechanic like me, I believe that we should be in our own class and craft, just like the pilots. FedEx is going to believe that every single cleaner, fueler, anybody, I don't know if we even have fuelers anymore, everything's been outsourced, and it's coming our way. It's coming every way. But I just want to let you know that I would love to see everybody send cards. We can cover all our bases. But the problem is, we may not want, it may come out they may not be in our class and craft and they get left behind. That's why this is such a difficult thing. And it's so hard to be able to collect from everybody and then leave people behind, because I don't want to believe in that. I believe that everybody needs help there at FedEx. It's a changing company. It is not Mr. Smith and the good old boy club. It changed when it went from Federal Express to FedEx. And I knew it was coming. When they said follow the arrow, I thought the arrow should have been pointed down, because I'd been product of mergers, Bendix, Allied, Garrett, King. Then it went over to Honeywell, and every time the bigger the company got, the more we lost the employees. The company finds it more fitting to take care of the shareholders, and I understand that. It's a business. But with that, we have lost so much, and we have lost the power to even say things that really would help this company. We don't want to see, the whole point is we love FedEx. We're not doing this to hurt FedEx. This is a thing that needs to be done. There are stupid mistakes. I'm sorry. This lean cost us more money, and reliability is way down. I've seen us throw hundreds of millions of dollars worth of parts out because of this. We're putting airplanes out in the desert when we know we need spares. It never happened before. There's things mechanics know that we're on the bottom line. And when you forget about who helped build this company, this is going to happen. So basically, I had a few notes here, and I'm trying to, I should be covering them. I'm trying to ad lib here because I'm not good with this stuff. But we all know our medical. They've held off. I heard that today, July 8th, they're going to announce how, it's never for the better. Our medical is a joke for the size of FedEx. I want to remind you, UPS pays zero medical, zero deductibles, zero everything. And they're still fighting under contracts to keep that way. They're under negotiations now. I know that the drivers have settled. Job security. We are not hiring. We are squeezing blood out of the turnip. We are losing people. I know Fort Lauderdale lost 5, 6 people. They replaced 1. Fort Myers had a guy retire. They don't plan on doing it, replacing him, because they're going to change the aircraft that go in there. And I understand some things are good business you have to do. But what I don't understand is people that don't understand what's actually going to happen here. I mean, our equipment changed. What's going to happen with Anchorage? Anchorage, 777s could fly from Memphis, from Indy, straight over to China, straight over to Europe. Your station, and I know you guys know it, are going to be not needed, except for the MD-11s that are there. I'd like to believe they keep us there because they love us, but basically they keep us as long as they need us. We know there's less opportunity along with that because there's just not going to be no positions opening. Managers and first of all, I always believe that we are overmanaged. Too many chiefs, not enough Indians. But they've made it now. Even if managers say they wanted to become back to a mechanic, or if you were a senior mechanic and you went to another position to help FedEx because you thought it was a good move, career move, you're now being punished for going back to being a senior mechanic. You will be a junior mechanic for 1 year, have to climb up to wait 3 more years before you top out at senior. Is that fair? It's just another money making to get the stocks to go up, but we're paying the price because you can't take it from the pilots. The pilots have a contract. And the thing I've always said is, no matter what you do in life, you buy a home, you sign a contract, you get a credit card, you sign a contract. You buy a cell phone, you send a FedEx package, look, turn it over, see what you're signing. You're signing a contract. All upper management has contracts. Why do they not want us to have a contract? The most important thing in your life to take care of your family is your job. Why would you not have a contract? Well, we know there's a lot of things that are happening at FedEx too fast to keep up with. So I don't know how long I can make this thing, and I'm gonna come to an end. All I know is we had support from the Teamsters, and the Teamsters had our back, and they still say they have our back. But now, instead of them proving to us they have their back, we have to prove to them that we have their back, because this is just a test, basically, to see how many cards we're going to get in, if there's enough interest. There's no point getting them in here fighting. We will find out who is in our class and craft. That is the main objective here. But if we don't get enough people, we can still get class and craft designated, and that will be official. That'll stick with FedEx, and then you'll know who you have to go after. Well, you won't find this guy sticking his neck out anymore, because 2 times is enough for me. This is the first time, shame on you. 2 times, shame on me. I'm trying to help people. I have nothing getting out of this. I have 4 years and I could retire. I won't even see a contract. The problem is, it needs to be done to save FedEx. Our voices are not being heard. Worst, I never seen reliability could be known to be this lousy. It's because you can't keep the beatings. The beatings will continue until morale approves, and that's what they actually believe's happening here. So, if you're with us, please go to the FedEx, to our website, www.fedexmx.blogspot.com. Now that's FEDXMX blogspot.com, and you could be able to download a card from there. We have the P.O. box listed on here where you can send it to. Anyway, that's all I have. I mean, I probably missed out on a lot. It's my first time doing this, and I hope I can upload it and it'll put it on my Facebook page. Or, sorry, not my Facebook page, but on our Fedex MX doc. But you know, I had some videos on my Facebook page. But thank you for listening. I apologize for my way I do this. I'm just a mechanic. I'm just a guy like you. I have a family. I love FedEx. I'm not doing this, and I want you to know that, and I want management to know we're not doing this because we hate FedEx. I'm doing it because it needs to be done. And I think a lot of else you people feel that now. Right, QA? Got bit, didn't you? Thanks a lot.